Hello, welcome to Magic with Melly, or welcome back, wherever you are, morning, evening, afternoon, struggling, doing well. I hope you find this message, and I hope it helps you, and I hope you stay magical. It's called Magic with Melly because I believe everyone's magical. It just depends on how much of it you decide to have in your life and how much you recognize you have in yourself. And so I think I'm very magical and I have enough magic to extend to my collective. So I want to grow your magic. And so hopefully my intuition and your intuition, my gifts plus your gifts, your experiences plus my experiences just brings out the best for everyone. That we get to just do better by knowing better and sharing and coming together the way that we are. And so my intentions are to make sure that people hear what they need to hear, even if it's not what you want to hear, is what you need to hear in order to get you to move forward and get you to where you want to be and such and such. Okay, and so I have a card that I pulled to have like a theme, kind of have like a direction. I can have so much intuitive downloads, but not know where or how to place it. So the cards do guide a little bit, but we have the King of Cups reverse. And I was surprised because the back of the deck was King of Wands. There's an energy here of someone's paying more attention to their wand than their feelings. And that could mean multiple things for different people. King of Wands can be sexual, but King of Wands can also be passionate. So if there's something that you're passionate about, it's like High Priestess. Okay, behind the deck was High Priestess. So it's like intuitively you know what you want, but something's holding someone back because of the feels surrounding what you want. When you want something really bad, the energy is really, really intense and extreme and sometimes hard to manage. Like it's overwhelming sometimes how much you may want something. And that could be exactly what is delaying here. Where if you want something so badly, you may come off desperate. And coming off desperate repels that thing you want. So I'm kind of getting this. And it could be about a person, but it could be about literally anything. It's giving like you want it so bad, but your feelings towards it is delaying the situation from coming to fruition, is what I'm saying. And the High Priestess is validating here. I feel like it's validating me about me intuitively picking up on this energy with these two cards. But I also feel like this High Priestess card is coming because Spirit wants to tell collective to pay attention to your intuitive hits. That an idea, a thought, a notion that comes to your mind when it comes to somebody or something, you're getting it for a reason. So, some of you deny that truth for convenience. That some truth will create drama. Some truth will create division. Some truth some truth will just create tower moments. And some of you are avoiding this and know that you are because it's convenient. But the tower is going to fall eventually. It's not strong enough to withstand whatever's going on, is what I'm getting. Like, neglecting your feelings, avoiding it is only going to make the situation worse. So Spirit wants you to address things more directly, more quickly. And more quickly does not mean you have to rush yourself. It's just that by quickly is like not pondering to the point where you think or convince yourself out of the truth. Some truths are just that solid, and there's a lot of energy of like talking over things, or like it just, when there's a lot of talking, when someone's like talking over the situation, like I swear, it's like in the, like, they have all these excuses. It's like, the energy does speak louder than their words. It's like if they have to speak over their energy, they are very clearly in the wrong. And sometimes it's not as obvious. If your experience with that kind of thing is like, if you don't have very much experience with people doing you wrong, it may be one of those things where you don't even see it. And so this could be the message where this is how people may do that. Like, this is how you may be able to find them. It's just knowing when people are doing the opposite of what it feels. Judgment. Queen of Pentacles reverse. King of Cups. Okay, King of Cups. Thanks for that. Queen of Pentacles is indicating someone's got it going on, or it seems that way. See, not everyone has it together. Like, they may seem like they have it together, but this whole life is learning. Everything's a learning experience. So if someone seems like they got it together, know that they don't. They're just doing their best. Keeping it together could be just refraining from seeming like everything's a mess, but honestly, you have it more together if you can acknowledge, like, I'm just human. We have King of Swords. So many kings. Okay, someone really wants to either master you or master the situation or master your skills. The Magician reverse, and the behind it's the Lovers. So someone's manifesting you or sees you in their future. I'm like, I don't know, like, why I'm getting that. It's like you're a big part of this, like, mastery. Like, you will play a big role in mastering something here. The Five of Cups. But I'm getting, like, grieving could be getting in the way. If you had to end any friendships or relationships, or, like, you had to take a loss of some sort, like with a job, like anything that has to do with change. Okay, if anything in your life changed, there is grieving with it. Just grieving what used to be. It doesn't have to be a traumatic event, or someone doesn't have to die, like, to have grief. You can grieve someone who is still alive because they're not in your life anymore. You can grieve not being at a job that you thought you would still be at. You can grieve in so many different ways. But I'm hearing that grieving is getting in the way because you're hanging on to a past, which is stopping you from it's like holding you back from your future. With the two kings in the beginning of the reading, is kind of like the way you feel about how things have gone so far is like you keep applying how you feel to new situations, and that's not how it's supposed to be. New situations are supposed to be new. It's a clean slate. It's all new. You're not supposed to know about, like, if it's going to be good or bad for you. But since you still feel some type of way about your past, or feel some type of way about how things have gone before, I guess it's like me saying the same thing, but it's like you're still in that feels. You're still in that stage where you're in between being in the past and being in the future. Like, you need to take right now and grieve and take the steps that you need to, like, let those things flow and flesh through your body. If they're not a part of your life anymore, energetically, they're not energetically, those things, you can keep those things around even though they're not physically around. And same thing and vice versa. Energetically, if you've moved on but you still have physical objects from that situation or situations, the physical objects can trigger you, and you might not realize how triggered you are because you're comfortable with the items around you. Like, I did have a lot of comfort with having, like, I was still using things that I had in the shared space between me and my exes. And I'm like, why am I randomly thinking about this person? It's because of the random item that was in my space. Literally physically seeing it triggered my energy, and energy is invisible, so you may not realize how triggered you get by your physical surroundings. Or even if you're not energetically moved on, you're placing your energy, like old energy, onto new things. So that could be like a major message for the collective here of what to work on. Three of Pentacles is a place to learn. For me, I read that as like a place to learn, maybe like a church or a school, or like just foundational work. Three of Pentacles is like, the threes are building, like 1, 2, 3, you know, like foundational work. And Pentacles is giving like stability and your finances and the things you want, and grounding, and like kind of a slower energy. And learning does take time. Like, you don't just learn your major lessons overnight. It takes multiple experiences. It takes like, what from this experience is worth taking, and what can I leave behind? Some of this orienting with yourself, there's a choice. Everything is a choice, whether you believe it or not. You may feel like kind of pushed, like people push you in a direction. You may feel obligated because people push you. But at the end of the day, if you do not want to, you do not want to. Like, if you do not want to, you don't have to. You only feel like you have to because of like just so long of listening to others. There are consequences to action. And some of you are learning discipline, or just letting other people's consequences catch up to themselves. Like, there could be an energy of stopping from helping too much, like letting other people learn their lessons and letting go of like baggage. Like, some of this old energy could be where you show up more than you're supposed to, or not enough than you're supposed to. Such would be like, it's like if you told your parent that you would do an errand, do the errand. You said you would. But something comes up, it's like having boundaries there. Like, doing what you need to do. Some things is like, you have to do it even though you don't want to, because it's just what you have to work with for right now. There's like this unique balance of what I want to do, what I need to do. What you need to do isn't always what you want to do, but you do need to do it. What you want to do may not necessarily be what you need. It may be the opposite of what you need. It may actually be harmful for you, but it's still satisfying for you in some way because it's something that you want. Whatever it is, there's always adds and takes from things, and just know that if it's really bad right now, like, you created that in some way, and you could also create something different. Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's like this holding back energy is what needs to end. Because you push yourselves in extremes. You hold back, and then eventually you explode. Then when you explode, you're like, okay, I shouldn't hold back. Then you're like always putting yourself out there. And then you're like feeling burnout. So it's like, stop with these extremes. Let yourself take a step back. Let yourself learn. Let yourself see what you need to see, and everything will be okay. We have Ace of Wands reversed. Everything will be okay, even if it doesn't seem that way. It's like, I'm hearing following God's plan. Like, there's a divine plan, and it may or may not be aligned with your plan, but just know it's for the highest good of all. We do have spiritual warfare out here in these streets, so just be mindful of that. There are people who do have evil intentions, and there are people who have good intentions. And Just know the difference, okay? Because we cannot have good without bad. We cannot have love without hate. We need that polarity. So just understand that they both have to exist, and lean into what feels right for you. You got this. Don't hold back, but also make sure that you go where you are wanted. Like affirm, I only want what wants me. I attract what is meant for me. Like affirm things like that. Like affirm, have affirmations that you're protected. Have affirmations that your bills will be paid. Have affirmations that your family and your property and your well-being will be safe. Have affirmations that you will learn something new every day. Have affirmations that, like, set yourself up for success this 2023. Don't let anyone get in the way. Don't even let yourself get in the way, okay? You got this, and there's some judgment that needs to be passed here on yourself and how things are going, because if you're not the one holding back, someone's holding back. That's not, energy is contagious. So if you see someone doing something they shouldn't, don't be around them. As much as you want to help them, they need to help themselves. You're not helping yourself by thinking that you can help them. Like, just being around them is contagious. Some people, they need to sit in their sicky icky in order to learn from it. If you've already learned, you teaching them may or may not do the thing. It just know your worth, know your energy, have boundaries, and I'm here for you. My personal readings are on Etsy. You can also DM me with deposit. We can have a chat. I have crystal meditations. If you feel off balance as heck, you need clarity, meditation will bring it forward. I got you. Just let me know. But this is your reading, because the sun's going down, and that's it. Okay? Stay magical. Bye. Until next time.